Your environment is everything. It is everything. And I am a true believer that my environment took me from 10K a month to 50K a month. 1,000%. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Jake. I just turned 20 years old. I moved to Miami at the age of 18 for my clothing brand. I bought my dream car at 19, a C8 Corvette. And now I live in LA at 20 years old. And what I do is SMMA, freelance brand scaling, whatever you want to call it. I've been running this marketing agency, for a little over a year. And I've been running my clothing brand for 3 years now as well. And I'm a true believer that your environment can make or break you 1,000%. Because when I was a high schooler, I would come home from school and I lived in like a suburban town. It was a nice suburban town. It wasn't anything crazy. Like the most you'll probably see a Urus here and there, maybe, right? But overall, it was a nice suburban town. But everything around me, was high school kids, normal high school kids, drinking, vaping, playing sports, all that stuff. And nothing was around getting better. Except for the fact that I was an athlete, right? There was a big culture, working out, getting better, like in my hometown. Like I had a lot of people from my hometown go do one in basketball, even the pros, I'm not gonna lie, football, same thing, right? So there was a big culture, being healthy, working out. Like both of my parents, were very big in the gym, stuff like that. So there was a culture there, but there wasn't a culture in, escaping the 9 to 5, making money, etc. Right? So whenever I tried to start a business, I was smart. I played it off as just doing a fun little side hustle. So my parents didn't really have any idea. Right? So I was like, hey, mom, dad, I'm going to go ahead and start my own clothing brand, blah, blah, blah. They're like, oh yeah, that's awesome. Like have fun, right? They didn't know that I was going to take it super serious, and they didn't know that this was going to be my whole entire life. I knew it from the jump that this shit was going to be my whole entire life. And that is exactly why I am where I am now. That's exactly why I'm here, right? It's because I knew this shit was going to happen. I knew it was going to make it. And I had to prove it to them for them to actually take me serious, right? I didn't tell them that I wasn't going to go to college. I was going to take this full time until I actually made like, a 20K month, right? So I made 10K in a month. They were like, oh, that's actually amazing, blah, blah, blah. But they didn't start taking it really serious until I had this specific drop in May of 2023. I made $10,000 in a single day. And I showed my mom, and she was like, holy fuck, like this is insane. And this is when I was a junior, right? And then senior year came around. I was doing really well for myself. I kind of slowed the brand down a little bit because I honestly just got pretty comfortable. I mean, a high schooler making 10, 20 grand a month, you get comfortable, right? And that was horrible because I was comfortable. I was probably the most successful kid in my hometown for sure, at least at that point. I don't want to be cocky or have an ego or anything like that, but that was the truth, right? And I got comfortable, bro. I didn't, work as much. I didn't do this and that until I was like, you know what? I'm going to move to Miami. And then I decided to lock in because I watched a video from Alex Sedlak. And he moved to Miami. This is when he was living in Miami at the time. And he made a video saying that your environment is everything. And I was like, you know what? You're right. I'm not going to go to college. I'm not going to do all this. I'm going to move to Miami. And I was talking to my boy. And he was going to move in with me. So, you guys know Aiden from my channel. We ended up moving to Miami. And it made, like, senior year I had to grind for it, right? And there was a time where I made 14K in one day. And I ended up making 35 grand that month. I moved to Miami the next month. And that's when I proved to my parents, like, listen, like, I'm going to do this. And they were not on board at all. They were like, okay, I mean, you're doing good right now, but it's not going to last forever. Like, you go ahead and take a gap year, right? Because I couldn't have went to college anyway. I was going to go to community college. I graduated high school with 2.0 GPA, right? So I wasn't going to go to college anyway. But they were like, you know what, take a gap year and see where this goes, because they're starting to see the potential, right? And my dad, he got fired from his job doing all this, so he was looking into everything too. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very privileged and I'm very blessed, to come from where I come from, because, I mean, I'm not gonna say this as oh, daddy's money, blah, blah, blah. I didn't really get that. I didn't get handouts, but they had money, and they were comfortable too, what I'm trying to say. So my dad was trying to get into the online money stuff too. He was like, you know what, Jake, go for it, bro. Let's see. And I moved to Miami. The first 2 months of Miami were amazing. August, September, back-to-back 30K months. October, November, and half of December were horrible because October, November, December, I was surrounding myself with the wrong people. And I was like, oh no, like this is not okay. And I hit like 3 10K months in a row, which 10K a month, I mean, it's okay at 18 years old, but it wasn't anything crazy. And I was worried because I was spending so much money too. I was like, oh no, like this is not okay. This is not okay. And I came to the realization that the only thing that was keeping me at 10K a month was my environment. So I cut off all the bad people. And the next month I hit a 20K month. The next month after that I hit a 30K month. Fast forward to May, June, July, I hit 35K, 40K, 30K. And Miami, I mean, that was amazing. That's when I started kept my circle extremely tight. So I kept my circle extremely tight. I had like 3 close friends, 4 close friends, maybe. And, you know, we all leveled up. And now I was at the point where I was making a good 30, 40K a month. And I came to realize that, you know, my environment was literally everything where I was living. But it also came down to my habits. In October, November, December, I had horrible habits, bro. I was waking up at like 11, 12. I was eating bad. I was going to the club every weekend, so I was spending hella money. And I was focused on girls, and I really wasn't focused on my business because I just got demotivated. I got comfortable. And I come back to this all the time, but you need to become the millionaire version of yourself. And I say this so much because this is truly like how you actually get rich, and this is truly how you keep the mindset of never becoming comfortable ever. You need to become the millionaire version of yourself. So you need to sit down in a dark room and close your eyes. And you need to think to yourself, what is me in 5 years, 10 years doing at this very moment? Am I working? Am I getting sleep? Am I eating healthy? Blah, 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 right? So you need to adapt all the habits that your future you is doing, right? So I wrote down a list of everything I was doing and everything I need to be doing. And I wrote X's on the stuff I wasn't supposed to do. Go to the club, ordering DoorDash, going to the gym 3 times a week, hanging out with these people, cut everything off. And I just basically came home to New Jersey for a solid month. So in January, I came home to New Jersey for a solid month. I did this in June as well, for a whole month. And I just reset my entire body. I was like, okay, I can't do Miami anymore. This is bad. Let me reset my entire body. And coming back home after a little bit was like, damn, this is a nice reset, and it reminds me where I'm coming from, and it reminds me why I'm actually doing this, is to, you know, help my family. I could go to college, live a normal life, do this, and that, but I want to be great, and I want to make sure every single person in my family never has to worry about money ever. That is my goal. And I came on to realize this is what I'm doing it for. I actually need to lock in, and I need to do what my millionaire self is doing. So I woke up every day at around 8. I went to the gym. I was eating only healthy foods: steak, potatoes, eggs, vegetables too, carrots, broccoli, you know, everything like that. And I was eating healthy. And as you can see, like in Miami, you guys could look back at my vlogs. My skin was really bad. I had acne. I was doing all this. My skin's cleared up for sure. I have less eye bags for sure. And I just look healthier. Like I think I look a lot better than when I used to. And it's because I'm eating the right foods. I'm in a good mindset. I'm around good people. And that's literally it. So there is a huge difference in your environment for sure. And I think it plays a huge role. And it's not only the people you hang out with, the places you're in, it's the stuff you put into your body, right? So food, I was talking about that. But I also want to bring this up. That I am a huge believer in like the music you listen to, and everything like that. So I would listen to strictly house music in the morning, and that would rise up my vibration. I would be happy, and I'd be like, damn, I'm excited to get to work. And in the gym and while I'm working, I created this playlist. It's called Rich Ninja. And every single song, all it talks about is just money. So we have Speaker Knockers, OT720, Future, Gunna, Young Thug, Lil Baby, T Grizzly, 50 Cent, Lucky, Drake, Yeet, all these songs, and they're all hardest songs. Nav, I've been in a big Nav phase, and I truly believe that listening to that type of music and like listening to what they're saying and the vibrations have definitely helped me get there, because it makes me believe that it's truly possible, right? Because I thought to myself one night, and I'm like, bro, if these guys could do it, if Brez could do this, if TJR could do all this, why can't I? If Jake Ryan can do this, because I don't know if you guys know, I don't know if this is like private information, I don't care, I'm gonna say it. Jake's not gonna watch this video. But Jake Ryan actually, as you guys know, I do have a clothing brand mentorship program, and he purchased my mentorship program. He did. And we were working together, but he decided to quit his clothing brand and go on high stakes sales, which is good. And obviously he's doing amazing. So I'm like, bro, if kids like this are doing it, like, why can't I? And I've been doing it. And it made me realize that anyone can do it. And I took this as motivation. Life hits so much better when you actually live the lyrics. And you need to think like that. Like, literally, I recreated a video. It's a Lil Baby song. It's the song You Dig. I'll find it right now. And the song says, on Rodeo, in the Maybach, they think that that's Rick Ross. And I realized this the other day while I was listening to this song. I gotta find it. I'll go to the lyrics right now. I'm not cutting anything because it's a raw ass video. He's doing the shit I taught him. They think that that's Rick Ross. And if I go to my camera roll, I was driving the Maybach in Rodeo, or on Rodeo Drive actually, with my beautiful girlfriend. And yeah, like, it's not just that. Like, there's a lot of streets in Miami, they say. There's a lot of stuff, you know, just like normal stuff that happens to me on a day-to-day basis. That like rappers, not on a day-to-day basis, but stuff I'll do, like rappers say in songs, and I think that's pretty cool too. But the moral of this video, listen to YN music and become the millionaire version of yourself. I say this in every video, and if you watch my videos and you're not rich in a year, you're just cooked. Once you become the millionaire version of yourself, you will win. I promise you. So with that being said, I mean, this is the end of the video. I don't know if this was a pointless yap or not, but I did want to get a video out here for you guys. So if you guys have any questions on actually what I do, freelance brand scaling, if you guys want to go ahead and learn, there is a link down below. I have a free course, free everything. If you guys also want to work with me, you could fill out that application below. Or if you guys have any questions, feel free to DM my Instagram. I also forgot to mention, thank you for 3,000 subs, guys. So much. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. I truly appreciate each and every single one of you guys. And now, I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.